You're listening to Modified Roll, part of the Potteration Network.
So for the majority of the combat so far, Imlith has just had this frown on her face, and her internal voice has been like, "Why haven't I got a scorpion on a stick?" And
there's one going spare, to be fair.
There's one lying on the ground.
Her concentration is broken once the kobold falls in front of her, so she's going to leap up and stamp on its stomach.
Yeah, cool. Izzy is going to move to the edge of this mushroom and leap off at this guy and said, "I said no pets!"
Brilliant.
And then as I charge forward, I kind of stamp the axe that's on the chest to try and drive it in a bit more.
You love that move. You love that move.
I just imagine it's biting the armor, so I'm just trying to push it in a bit deeper.
Yeah, it's like lodged in like the thick, heavy leathers he wears. So go on, give me your second attack.
That is an 18.
18 also hits. Roll some damage.
And that is 6.
He had exactly 6 health left. All of you guys hear a sickening crunch as Kazisil leaps forward, steps high, and rams his foot down onto the flat surface on the back of the hand axe.
So it's only 7 points of damage.
It's a kobold. It's dead.
Ah,
19.
19. Yeah,
I'll try and pet a different one.
I mean, because they're all still here. Like as they finish off, they're like licking the blood off of their own like claws and stuff. You like put your hand out to one of them, and it comes over and sniffs your hand and lets you like touch its head and like pet its head.
Imlith's also licking the blood off her paw.
sick.
Yeah, just like crouched next to them.
I rolled an 11 instead of a 10. Really worth it.
For Izzy, none of them seem to be particularly interested in you, but they don't as you move towards one to show it some attention. It does that thing that cats do, where as you go to touch it, it just moves its head away. But it doesn't look annoyed. It's just I don't want to be touched.
Is it just like, whoa?
It's being a cat.
It's not a cat, but it's a little bit too cat-like for my tastes.
Imlith picks another bioluminescent fungi and shoves it onto the sting of the scorpion, a bit like you put a rubber stopper on a scalpel. Yeah. So she's just put the safety catch on her scorpion stick.
Hell yeah.
It's very, very sensible and safe.
Dude, lovely. Okay, so after you guys have a few seconds, maybe a minute or so with these creatures, sort of those of you who are able to pet them, petting them, those who aren't being let to pet them, watching on wistfully, you watch as the big one that is next to you, Kazisil, sort of steps back and sniffs the air, and it makes not quite a bark, but it makes this short noise. The other 3 turn to look at it and move away from the rest of you, and you guys all watch as they run sort of northeast, sort of east along the wall, out in sort of this direction.
That's probably fine. It's probably fine.
You also, Kazisil, realize that is the direction that your Ruby is pulling you to.
I'm gonna kind of instinctively just kind of trail off, kind of following at a distance as I'm watching them go that direction. Just kind of gingerly, just to see where they're kind of heading off to.
I look at my mum before I move.
Well, all I can say is that it's good that it's given us a direction. We could have just been stumbling around here for hours, just picking directions at random. So
Agreed. Plus, this way we can get there in time. If those things help us with more kobolds, all the better.
You don't want to just rely on a mysterious glowing redstone.
No, only assholes do that.
Hey!
Brilliant. Well, if you move to try and keep them in sight, you realize
Yeah,
that
better move.
almost hidden behind some of that large fungi that has grown, you see another like entrance to a tunnel that's almost like, again, not like purposefully hidden, but you realize that you couldn't see it unless you moved around a certain direction past some of that fungus. And you see it is like heading out this way to like the north of this cavern. You see another small tunnel.
Is everyone good to follow?
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow these tracks. Yes, let us make haste, huh? Besides, I like walking in the path of giant dragon lion monsters. It makes fighting a lot easier.
We got a bit of defense here.
So you guys follow this tunnel, and the creatures you realize have like taken off at a run. So unless you guys are sprinting to keep up, they very quickly outpace you. But you follow this tunnel.
I'm just gonna track them here.
Well, I mean, there's nothing to track because it's a single path that wends further down. And
They don't leave
eventually,
like footprints or anything?
I mean, you can see their footprints, but like I said, there's
Yeah,
no
One
Yeah.
road.
Yeah.
As in, there's
Yeah,
nowhere
it's
they
like-
could go. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's nothing
gotcha,
to track
fair
because
enough.
it's just a singular path. But it
Gotcha.
again opens out into a cavern. As you step out, you see to the south of you, if your sort of sense of direction has managed to be maintained, you see to the south of you a large, much, much larger pool of water with the occasional like dripping from the ceiling. You can hear as it hits the surface and it lapping up against the sort of edge of this area. You can see there's a couple more sort of like tunnels and paths that wend off in different directions. But there are two things specifically that Kazisel, you do not even have to roll for, you notice immediately. First, occasionally interspersed throughout this cavern, you can see formations of amethyst crystal that have clearly been being excavated, as there are various tools and sort of like wheelbarrows that are sort of scattered around that are currently not in use. And more importantly, out in the water on a little island next to a growth of flora and fungus, you see, Kazisel, a large formation of ruby crystals that appears to have like naturally grown out of the ground here, out of this little island on the water, as it reflects whatever light you have brought in with you, throwing out these sort of dull red light. And like you don't even have to like wait for the sensation to kick in, but you can feel your ruby like almost pulling you towards that. And you can feel that sort of divine aura emanating from it much more powerfully than any of the ones you felt so far, because this one is just so much larger. Like it's easily sort of 40, 50 feet tall and
Without
15 feet across at the base.
if I even get a chance to react, it's like my eyes are just kind of transfixed onto this ruby, and I'm kind of just slowly stepping forward towards it. Just in a complete trance.
Just before you walk any further, can I also get... Those are the things that you notice immediately, because obviously the sort of like, implications, but can everyone make me a perception check as well?
18.
8.
Anyone else 18 or higher?
Yep. Sorry, just going for my one there. 17.
So 17 and 18, as well as the things that I've pointed out to Kazisel, these sort of also catch your attention because, one, they're quite unusual, and like two, it's interspersed through the area with those like amethyst crystal formations. Obviously, that was the type of crystal that you spotted the kobold carrying earlier. You can obviously see this is where they're getting it from. With the 17 and 18, you can also see along the, I want to call it a coast, but obviously it's not a coastline, but along the edge of this naturally formed underground lake, you can see a large thicket of flowers, these bright like blue and purple flowers. Two of you got 17 and 18. Can you give me a nature check, please?
Huh.
Oh, yes.
My -2. That's natural 20 on nature again.
That's 18 for me as well.
Brilliant. Both of you recognize those, recognize it as like a thicket. Say a thicket, it's not really a thicket, but a growth of hydrangea flowers. And was it Imlith who got the 18, or was that Hart?
Yes.
You also spot on the like flora and fungal growth on that little island with the ruby crystal. You can also see, just changing the layer for the tokens. it's 120 feet away, but you could just about make them out, like climbing over these flowers. You can see more of those little purple and green dragonoid creatures, like the ones you released from the cages, sort of like clambering over the plants.
Oh, look, oh, look.
We are looking. It's those little bug dragons again.
Mommy's eyes aren't as good as they used to be. If you could just tell me, then I would really appreciate it.
There's more of those little buggy dragon things on the island, which I don't want to go to because I hate baths.
Ruby.
You don't have to get in the water. We can just go near it.
Oh, I love water.
Ruby.
I'm not super fond of water, but I'm happy to go check it out. Let's go take a look.
Because Cecil seems to be levitating towards the island.
I think he's looping.
A cartoon with smell lines.
I'll be honest, he seems like a nice guy, but there's a lot of stuff going on that I think maybe he has,
He has a very intimate relationship with that stone that's on his head.
Right. The more we hang out, the more I think
That's
maybe
some
it's
stuff to work out.
right. Exactly. I think he's a nice guy, but maybe we let him levitate and touch his rocks.
Just some time in a dark room with his own
Right,
thoughts
right.
might be.
If you want to take some time to get your rock off, that's fine. We can.
Boo.
And there's nothing wrong with that. We're not judging.
We're very rock positive here.
We're very open-minded.
Regardless, let us go and check out this thing. Yes, and I'm going to start walking down towards it.
Yeah.
Jordan's like, Pride Month was last month, guys.
Nope. Now it's Wrath Month.
I'm going to assume you guys are moving down towards the water together, so can I just get a marching order? And I'll make sure you're all moving as a group.
Cazizzo go. I think Cazizzo.
I might start living at the front because I'm
I just didn't want to make
Ruby.
assumptions. I didn't want to make assumptions.
Like, I'm moving without really.
Park's happy to go in front, but they're also using Cazizzo as like a danger rod, so they're just kind of going, yeah, you go ahead, you go first. It's fine.
well,
I'm excited about bugs. So.
Like everything in the world around me does not exist. The only thing that exists is that Ruby right now.
As we move, Izzy is keeping to the shade, like underneath, skittering underneath mushrooms, any kind of shadows. Izzy is moving stealthily.
Cool. And Tristan, you happy to be like in the middle of the pack then?
I would try to be towards the front, looking towards the lake that we're heading towards. I would
Yeah, same.
likely be towards the front. Being
At the minute, we've got
aquatic.
4 people who want to be at the front. So
Oh,
I mean, we just walk together.
on the line.
As a group, won't we?
Wanna- Wanna
I don't want to be at the front.
ride line.
All right, so if you move back, you want to be fun, but I'm fine just moving like in.
I mean, I think we'll just have you guys in a clump. You guys are moving as a group.
Yeah.
With Izzy, I'm assuming Izzy, when you're saying you're hidden, do you want to be like a little bit apart from everyone else, or do you just want to be at the
Yeah,
back?
I want to stay as close as I can, but I want to be like, if they're all moving sort of directly in the middle of this path, Izzy is
you
kind of
skirt around the
skirting
edges.
going in. Yeah, because if shit goes down, he wants to have the element of surprise.
So that's just to get an idea of how you guys are moving. I'll now describe what it looks like. So as you begin moving into the cavern, you can see that there is like a little, not quite a winding path, but the path begins to drop down and sort of cut back on itself. It's not a super steep drop. You're maybe talking only 10 or 15 feet, but it does lower as you get closer to that water. And you find as you move down that sort of switchback path, you end up like almost not enclosed, because like I said, it's only 10 or 15 feet high, but there are walls almost the whole way around you as you get closer to the water. As you find yourself sort of stood in the middle of that area, you start to see and hear movement, as you see that the hydrangea flowers begin to like shake and shuffle and move a little bit, and then you hear a groaning noise as the hydrangeas begin to lift themselves up, and you see water cascading off the great blue purple body ringed with these hydrangea flowers, which have grown up over the back and shoulders of a truly massive creature. You find yourself standing in front of what is...
no.
This time, it is not sort of like, oh, it looks kind of like, oh, this is clearly a dragon, but not like one you've ever seen before. Its body seems to have these hydrangea flowers themselves growing across its back and chest and even around its head. And as it lifts its body up out of the water, cascading down the sides, it roars. Echoes about this cavern as it screeches. And the first thing I need everyone to do before we roll initiative is give me a perception check.
Oh, did the kobolds breathe that?
14 from medium. As this creature is appearing, can I begin to reach into my bag to pull out a potion?
I mean, you can grab a potion. We're going to roll initiative pretty much immediately, though. But you can have a potion in hand.
That's okay. 16 for Hawk.
16 for Imlith as well.
16.
I rolled a 2, which is a natural 1.
I reach into my pack and pick out a snack and pop it in my mouth.
Nice.
Stare at it.
I haven't even noticed it.
No, you barely noticed. You're like, this thing comes out of the ground, and you're like leaning around it to keep your eyes on the ruby.
Move that way. I want that, not you.
And Izzy?
I also rolled a 2, but that makes a 6.
Nice. So the two of you, Imlith and Hark, were 18s?
Yeah, 16s.
Oh, 16s. With the 16, as the creature stands up, the water cascades off its body, you see that those hydrangea bushes sort of shift and move and resettle themselves now that they're not sort of floating in the water. And just for a second, you see sort of where the creature itself looks natural. It looks unusual, but it looks natural. But as the flowers on its back move, you can see in the middle of one of those patches of hydrangea flowers is a shard of amethyst crystal, maybe about as tall as Hark is. And it appears to be... This does not look like it grew from the creature. This looks like it's been embedded into the creature. And with the 16s, you can see that coming down from the back, what you originally thought were perhaps roots of the flowers, you realize the flowers are growing from its body. There are no roots to be seen. What you're actually seeing is this dark purple vein system that is moving out from that crystal and encompassing the creature's body. And as it swings this massive head with these great big horns that sort of curl out from the top of its head towards you, you can see there is just a dull purple glow to the creature's eyes. And for those who have been trying to zoom in to see the token, this is what you're looking at.
Oh, damn. That thing is adorable. Well, I mean, not adorable.
Beautiful.
It's gorgeous, deadly, gorgeous, though.
Don't have another necklace to give it. Damn.
This creature stands up and swings its massive head around to you, and it lowers the head to look at each of you, and again lets out that screeching roar. And we're going to go to initiative. So can everyone please roll?
I've just wasted it. Bastard.
Is it,
yeah.
Is it fair to say that Imlith and Hark recognise it as kind of being in pain from this thing? Or,
it doesn't
without gaming it.
Yeah, I would say with the 16 it does not. Actually, tell you what, because that was just to notice it. The two of you can make me insight checks.
Okay.
15.
13.
With the 15, 13's not going to get you much. The 15, you've already recognized that it doesn't look like it's part of the creature. It's been implanted there. It does not, the creature does not look like it's in pain, but it is definitely having some sort of effect. Obviously also magical, because you can see that arcane glow in its eyes. That's not...
Some kind of controlling.
So I think as the combat starts, could Imlith just kind of call out,
I think there's something wrong with it.
Like that?
It seems like that big rock might be controlling it or something. I do not know, but it shouldn't be there regardless.
Oh, and so just for all of you, I didn't describe it earlier, but now that you're a bit closer, now that you're have a better view, before this creature stood up, you can actually see that ruby on the island has scaffolding around the base, but it looks partially finished with some sort of digging tools around it. But you can see that they haven't really dug any of it out. It looks like they've only just put up some scaffolding and moved tools. It doesn't look like any work's actually started to remove it. But Hark and Imlith, what were your initiative rolls?
Natural 20, 24.
Damn.
15.
So, top of the initiative order, no surprise round this time, so we're going to go with Imlith.
Using my monk speed, I would like to sprint straight at it, parkour off a couple of rocks, and try, Jordan, if I may, to leap onto its back.
Well, this thing is a huge creature. It is...
Leap onto its leg and start climbing.
I was going to say, you can climb the creature. Leaping onto it might be a bit difficult. I'll just check and see if this thing has like a description of its size. Yeah, so these things are usually like 20...
My thoughts exactly.
This thing is about 20 feet long from like tip to tail. So it's going to be at least sort of like its back is going to be like 10 or 15 feet off the ground. So you can absolutely try and climb it, but the way we're going to do that is essentially a grapple check, which I believe is actually the official way to do it. I cannot remember off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure there's something about climbing huge creatures. So you're essentially going to make a grapple check to try and like scurry up its back. But once you're climbing, you are essentially climbing, so all movement is halved.
Yeah, that's fine. So that's what, 5, 10, 15, 20. So then I can do 10 foot of climbing afterward. I do have something in my skill set. Something about grappling. Okay, so I just make a standard attack first of all, yeah?
Well, for the grapple, you're making you have to make an athletics check to try and essentially grapple/climb the creature. I'm going to tell you right now, just like don't roll a 1, and I'm pretty sure you're going to be fine.
Well, okay, because that's a 7.
Good, because I rolled a 5 with its modifiers. So yeah, you guys watch as Imlith, as a remind me, because you're a goblin.
Goblin, yeah.
Yeah, Imlith just like scurries towards the creature and just leaps onto its leg and then like scuttles up the side of it. You don't quite make it to the amethyst, but you are like on its back, but like right on the edge of its back.
So could I then dash?
Yeah, if you want to use your action. Well, no, because your action is to grapple. Do you have a bonus action dash as a goblin?
I have a bonus action. Oh no, disengage and hide as nimble escape. No, sorry, it's just disengage or hide. So yeah, okay, nearly there.
Well, thank you, Lou, for just confirming that I was correct. A grapple can be used to climb a creature. Lovely.
It does say, though, however, that a small or medium creature has little chance of making a successful grapple against a huge or gargantuan creature. As an alternative, the opponent can be treated as terrain for the purpose of jumping onto its back or climbing onto its limb. After making any ability checks necessary to get onto the larger creature, the smaller creature can use that action to make a strength, athletic, or dexterity acrobatics contested by their dexterity acrobatics.
Which is kind of what we did, right? So
yeah, pretty
should
much
I have
that.
made an attack roll then to get onto it in the first place, or?
You essentially would have done this an athletics check, which is what you did for the grapple. So yeah, the smaller creature uses its action to make a strength, athletics, or dexterity acrobatics check. So. Although either way, it's actually saying the target should have used an acrobatics check to not be climbed, but that would have been a point less, so it would have been 4. So you're fine. You're still on its back. But that was your action to get up there.
Yep.
So yeah, you just watch as Imlith just skitters up the side of this thing and is now like clinging in. You're literally like in one of like the hydrangea bushes, like clinging onto the flowers as this creature rears back, trying to like throw you off. But as it's still coming up out of the water, it's moving quite slowly. I would say it's probably still like up to the water, up to like its sort of shoulder. So not quite a shoulder, so you wouldn't have been able to get on, but it's up to like its ankles, and it's like moving and wading through the water and can't quite get the force necessary. So you're still held on. Is that everything for your turn?
It is, because I don't want to attack it.
Cool, I'll put you there.
Hey there, I'm Hugh from Podderation. If you liked today's episode, why not check out Tartan Tabletop, a D&D show as Scottish as it sounds. I won't terrify you with my attempt at a Scottish accent, but I can assure you that Tartan Tabletop is some of the funniest tabletop content you will hear all year. Find it wherever you get your podcast.
Lovely. In which case, Tristan, you've watched that happen. What would you like to do?
Well, Imlith and I are on the same fucking page.
We're on the same fucking dragon, I think you mean.
Hopefully in a second. Jordan, drinking a potion, action, bonus action.
Bonus action.
Bonus action. Okay, that's fine.
I mean, you can choose to do it as an action. Like, I don't care.
Can I?
I don't care. You're drinking a potion.
Okay. I'm going to run, drink the potion as I'm running, glug, 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 and then leap up. And as I leap up, I disappear.
Beautiful.
Because I'm going to bonus cast Misty Step.
Right.
Drink the potion as an action.
Mm-hmm.
The potion is a potion of growth.
Great.
So I'm going to enlarge one size larger, so I become a large motherfucking turtle. And then I'm going to reappear on the back of the creature and just immediately throw my hand down to grab the creature and immediately throw a hand down. Not necessarily trying to grab Imlith or pull it, but more to kind of like put a hand around, like over Imlith's back, or just to kind of steady in case the creature tries to buck her off a little.
I was going to say, can we just cut to Imlith's point of view just very quickly?
Yeah.
She's like scrambling up this dragon and looks up and sees a gigantic turtle dropping down towards it.
Oh shit.
No. It will be like, not like from the top of the ceiling of the cave down. It will just be
Just above
on
it.
top. And then it will grab hold of something, whether it's the stem of the flower
I
or
hold
something.
my scorpion stick out for you.
And I won't be grabbing that. And then immediately put a hand down to kind of
Fine.
brace Imlith, so that Imlith on their next turn can climb up.
So I'm going to get ahead of this
Aw,
because
stupid.
rules is written as a large creature, you cannot climb a huge creature.
That's why
also,
I tried to apparate on top of it.
Yeah. Also, well, technically, because you're still like on it as climbing. But also, I don't care. This is
Yeah.
cool. It happens. You're on its back. It's not going to be very happy about it, but you're on its back.
That's fine.
So yeah. So you bonus action to action. You're on there. You're like supporting Imlith. I'll say that if it tries to buck Imlith off, they'll have advantage on the check. I will say you're technically not grappling it because of the way that's worked. So
That's fine.
any checks that you have to make, I would have been at disadvantage, but now that you're a large creature, will just be straight rolls.
Okay, cool.
Cool. That said, it is its turn. It's very unhappy about what has just happened as a large turtle creature has just boomed onto its back. So it is I wasn't expecting that bit.
Why? Players always do the stupid thing.
Well, no, I was fully expecting you guys to climb onto it. I wasn't expecting the large turtle because now in my head I'm having to balance that like rules as written and rule of cool, where it's like technically you can't be grappling it. So how is this next bit going to work? Yeah, it's just going to try and throw the both of you off, which is very annoying to do as its first action, because I was hoping it would get to do something
You're
cool on its
welcome.
first turn. Yeah, I think you guys will get the choice of athletics or acrobatics. It's just going to try and make an acrobatics and chuck you off.
Fantastic.
Jordan, can
so-
I just check? You said about having advantage. Do I have advantage on this roll for being
Yes,
aided?
Imlith, you're rolling at advantage. Tristan is rolling a straight roll.
Okay.
It's cocked. Okay, that's not bad at all.
That is a dirty 20.
Ooh. Unfortunately, that was a 19 plus 2 for a 21.
Okay, annoyingly, the giant turtle is still on its back. I got a 24.
God damn it. Well, Imlith,
I have
unfortunately...
very good acrobatics.
Yeah, I kind of gathered. Imlith, as the creature like leaps, it actually like jumps a few feet forward, causing you. Unfortunately, Tristan as well. With it leaping up, you have to like let go of Imlith to like grab on yourself and wrap your arms around it. So you don't take. I'm not gonna like make you take any damage from this because essentially you're just losing a grapple. You lose your grip and slide down the side of this dragon and onto the floor. But unfortunately, that is all it can do on its turn. Because it was trying to break the grapple.
It's a free action. I'm just going to go, shh, 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 we're a dragon, it's okay, shh, shh, shh.
But Tristan, as you're like on this creature's back, you probably have the best view of this because it's almost level with you. You are like trying to calm the creature down, but as it's bucking and moving and trying to spin you off, you look to the right and you see onto the right layer. Okay, while this isn't a cliff, there is this raised ground that you're now almost level with, and you look out and you see 4 more draconoid-looking creatures. These look similar to the ones that you sort of met on the previous cavern, but more sleek, more streamlined. You see they again have these like white pale bodies with the green flower sort of accenting around the ankles and down the spine. but where the ones upstairs had those bright red flowers, these seem to have like pastel pinks that sort of run down their neck. Not quite as thick of a mane as the ones before, but again, just as a rough at the base of the neck, and collecting in little bunches around their ankles. You see 4 of them step up to the edge of this sort of drop-off, growling, and they are immediately... So they all rush down this incline, and unfortunately, if they... Actually, tell you what, 2 of them are going to dash, and you watch as they leap onto the side of this creature, and as they dig their claws in, it roars, but you watch as they scramble up onto its back also, and... Well, it can't stop. This won't be onto that side. So 2 of them are going to rush towards Tristan on this creature's back. Unfortunately, they dash, so they cannot take any attacks. But the other 2 are going to charge straight towards Imlith, who is next to the larger dragon. These creatures have pack tactics, so they have advantage, so long as an ally is within 5 feet. Ooh, first one's a nat 20. And the second one is a 24, so I'm pretty sure that's going to be 2 hits on Imlith. So first attack, Imlith is going to deal 16 piercing damage.
Izzy winces, but no one sees.
And the second one is going to be 6 piercing damage.
Okay, from a role-playing perspective, Imlith lets out a huge scream as she goes from 30 down to 8 hit.
Oof. And unfortunately, I need 2 Constitution saving throws, please.
It's a 24 and a 13.
A 13 is exactly what you needed. You can feel as these creatures bite you, this poison drips from their fangs, and you can feel it pumping into your bloodstream. But you with your Constitution, you manage to fend this off, and you can feel a dull throb, but it does not take any further effect. That is everything for their turn. Hark. You see as these creatures charge towards your allies, what would you like to do?
Okay. How's the big one reacting?
It looks pretty pissed to have a turtle on its back, but other than that, it looks like it's trying to get him off. It doesn't look happy that those other creatures have climbed up its side either, but no more so than having the rest of them on its back.
Alright, well, I'm going to run over to assist Imlith. There's 2 on the ground, right, by Imlith?
Yes.
Cool. So, the ones that are getting up there, Tristan's massive right now. He can handle this, probably. But I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 5, over to here. Sorry, let me rephrase again. Ark's going to run over. He jumps over some of these weird mushrooms, slides between the feet of this giant, bushy beast stamping around. And I'm going to slide in next to Imlith.
I think it's a body slide over the mushroom.
Slide over the mushroom like the Dukes of Hazzard.
Boom.
I'm imagining it's the kind of front of a car.
Exactly.
Yeah. I slide over the hood like it's front of a car.
It's a general lead.
First up, gonna heal Imlith. What did you say? You're on 8, right?
8. What?
Yes, she was on
I'm
8.
on 8. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, cool. So first up, heal Imlith. I'm just gonna slide over and lay on hands for 10 hit points.
You heal 10. Wow. Okay. So Imlith's screaming in pain, and then she's like,
Oh wait, oh no, it's okay, I'm not that bad.
Yeah, he slides over, grabs him, and goes, hey, shut up, and then heals you for 10 points. And then I'm gonna bonus action. I've got 2 weapon fighting, so I was just going to take a stab at the guy next to her, this dragon next to her. What are these things actually called?
Do you know what, I might as well give you the names. The ones that are attacking Imlith, I'll say you maybe come up with a name, because the flowers on its back remind you of an azalea. These are azalea dragons.
Right. So runs over, heals him and says, watch out for these Zally dragons, and then stabs one.
I give you such a look.
What? That's what it is, right?
It's a total anime frown going your way right now.
That's an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Cool. And that is 13 damage.
Yeah, so as you rush forward, drive into it with the trident, and it sort of, as it was trying to bite and harry Imlith. You catch it in the side, and it sort of yelps and pulls itself away. But that does not look to have done a ton of damage to its total health. Is that everything for your turn?
That is everything for my turn. I'll hold my reaction for later.
Cool. Izzy, what would you like to do?
Izzy saw stuff hit Imlith, so is gonna come and hit it right back.
Great.
Because Hark is so close to me, I will also warn Hark about the poison bite.
You think poison ever stopped a rat?
Yes. Be careful if they poison everybody. They definitely stop rats.
I was going to say, literally the one thing that
Not
stops
this
that.
I mean, to start with, they build an immunity, you know.
I would like advantage because I've got an ally
Absolutely.
within 5 feet
We
of
don't
me.
like advantage.
I think
So
I'm not going to argue. Yeah,
So I would like to hit for 22, please.
that hits.
Excellent.
So you get your sneak attack.
then I'm gonna bloomin' do my sneak attack. It's gonna be 8 piercing plus. Ooh, that's nice. Plus 13 sneak attack. That's gonna be 21.
Oh. You immediately take this creature down to bloodied.
And then I'll have a go with my offhand and try and give it a good skewering with a dagger. And
That's my mum.
How you doing, doll? Okay.
Thanks, mum.
That's a 23.
Also hits.
And then, so I'll give that another 1.
Oh, he's better than nothing. Yeah, as you drive forward with your short sword and follow up with the dagger, you slash across the front or the side of this creature as it's still turned to face Imlith. And you can see that where you cut, instead of the bright, vibrant red blood you would normally expect, you see this thick green, almost chlorophyll-filled liquid pour down the side of the creature, staining its side, this dark green colour. Is that everything for Izzy?
Nature. Disgusting.
That is gonna be everything for now.
Perfect. In which case, Kaziso, what would you like to do?
So, how tall did you say this big creature is?
To its back, you're talking like 10 or 15 feet.
I want to try something. I don't know if I'll be able to. So, with my gemstone Dragonborn, one of my abilities that I've got for a bonus action is Gem Flight.
Ooh.
I can use a bonus action to manifest spectral wings from my body. These last a minute, and I can fly at walking speed.
Yeah, that you could absolutely do that and fly onto the creature's back if that's what your goal is.
Which is cool because I could walk at flying speed.
But as I get to this sort of level, would I see this amethyst now? Because obviously I wouldn't have seen it beforehand.
I mean, I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say that somebody else in the group who saw it has told the rest of the group, because otherwise it's going to make life very difficult.
Yeah.
So you are aware the amethyst is up there.
So
My mum quite often takes stabs in the dark.
Only when surprised.
So rather than try and land on it, could I use my action to use my breath weapon to target the amethyst?
Yeah, absolutely. Because your gem flight is only a bonus action, so you can absolutely use your action to use your draconic breath weapon.
So I'm going to use this channel destructive wave of energy. It's going to be in a 5 foot wide line.
Yep.
I'm just going to fire lightning at it.
Yep.
And it has to make a Dex DC save against my key.
Cool. What is your dex save?
12.
Dex. It unfortunately passes, but I do believe that's still half damage.
Yeah. 2 rolls of my martial arts dice. So that does 10 points of lightning damage.
Cool. And just to confirm, you're aiming for the amethyst on its back?
Yeah.
You watch as Kaziso sort of summons up his sort of draconic energies, and these crystalline wings sort of erupt from his back, and the spectral crystalline wings erupt from his back, flies up into the air, and describe what it looks like as you summon up your breath weapon.
So as I see this amethyst that I've seen countless times before, I can feel the kind of this pulsating anger from seeing this being done to a creature like this, and I inhale. There are arcs of static going between my amethyst scales, and with a loud static charge, fire a beam of lightning towards the amethyst.
That erupts out, striking the amethyst. You see chips sort of explode and break off, but it is still largely intact. Is that everything for your turn? Action, bonus action, do you want to stay where you are? Do you want to go like land again, or do you want to stay in the air?
How long do these turns last?
They last for a minute, so 10 rounds of combat.
I'm going to stay in the air, but I'm going to kind of shout, target the amethyst.
Cool. Lovely. In which case, as you are in the air, you and Tristan both manage to see from the left-hand side of this sort of enclosed space, coming into view on the top of that sort of incline, you see another group of creatures appear. This time, though, it is the dragonoid creatures that you saw on the previous floor. Just for the record, the flowers on that one resemble a rhododendron, making these rhododendron dragons. Unfortunately, they did not pick the correct side to come in on because they are even further away. They only have a movement speed of 30 feet. So they are going to all have to dash to try and get in on the action, but two run up the other side of the large dragon, which is now just like a climbing frame, like a fucking jungle gym, just fucking covered in creatures. It's like fully like throwing itself from side to side, roaring and screaming. It isn't happy. But the other two are going to run around the rest of you guys to enclose on the other azalea dragons. But unfortunately, because they all dashed to get here, they cannot take any actions. But you hear their roaring barks sort of echoing throughout this chamber as they rush in. And then, Kazisil, you, as you're following these sort of dragonoid creatures in, your gaze drifts up back onto the rightmost bank, and you see standing there that creature dressed in a black cloak covering its body, and as it moves, shadows almost seem to drift and pull at its at its limbs as it steps forward onto the edge of this sort of gorge leading down. You see it looks up and its hood falls partially back as it takes you in, flying in the air, and you can see a little bit more battle-worn, perhaps with a few more scars to the face, but you clearly can see Ayakash stood on this embankment looking out at you. He does not speak to you, he barely even takes note of you other than to recognize that you're currently flying and therefore are not an appropriate target. So you watch as Ayakash looks down at the combat unfolding beneath him, and for a split second you watch as those shadowy tendrils that were drifting away from him coalesce around him, and he steps backward and disappears for a moment. And then you watch as from the shadows beneath this giant mushroom, he seems to step from nowhere and steps up behind Hark. And Hark, he is going to, with no weapon drawn, just with his fists, completely taking you by surprise, is going to try and clock you in the back of the head.
Not a fan of that, but let's go.
That is going to be a 25 to hit.
Absolutely does it.
So that is going to be...
I can't even cast shield. No, I'm buggered.
And I'm also going to need, as this happens, I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Mm-hmm. I'll save. Let's go 13.
Not enough. You're going to start by taking 12 bludgeoning damage as you feel your skull ringing, and you're unfortunately going to be stunned until the beginning of his next turn.
Okay. I just have to see if there's anything I can do about that. I don't think I can.
He is then going to use his extra attack to hit you again.
Sounds fair.
That's a nat 20, mate, my guy. Oh,
absolutely, go for it.
Oh no.
So that is going to be a total of 17 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, so that's 17. Okay, cool.
And then he is going to bonus action.
I was like, who is this guy? Oh, holy shit!
Yeah, he is going to bonus action and spend another point to Step of the Wind. So he literally steps out of the shadows behind you and just wham! Back of the skull. You hear a sickening crack. Well, all of you can hear a sickening crack, and then you watch his heart stands trying to gather his wits. Followed up as you turn around to face this guy. You have like a split second to take in this red scaled dragonborn dressed in, I would call them monks' robes, but they are like clearly like these have been worn for a very long time. They were once black and are now like turned to grey from the sun damage. Wearing a light black cloak with a hood over the top. The hood is now fallen back, and as you have a split second to take that in, he follows up with an uppercut directly under the chin, lifting you clean off your feet for a split second. And as you land, you're like seeing stars, and then he just steps back and moves his full movement speed away. Well, that's it for this episode. Thanks very much for sticking with us. As always, thank you to Lixie B for our wonderful logo, Jeff for all the amazing artwork he creates that you can find on our online store, wonderful sponsors DN Dice and Arcanist Rum, links for both can be found in the description, Michael Gelfie and Monument Studios for allowing us to use their tracks in our scoring, and of course all of our wonderful Patreon supporters who have allowed us to continue creating additional content for the podcast. Your support means the world to us, and we can only hope that with your help we'll continue to make great content. As with the last episode, just a quick correction in terms of who our guests are and where they're from. Obviously, Lou is still from Of Dice and Them, Pan is still from Cosmopunk and all the other wonderful stuff that they do, but as before, Sakaya was with the transmissions but has now stepped away, and I believe they're hoping to continue on with the Black Teeth production, which was the one that they were predominantly heading up. And Dan, as I said, was, when we originally recorded this, was with Tales on Tap, then moved to Dice by the Sword and has now stepped away and has taken a bit of a break from a lot of the podcasting and streaming stuff. But that's everything for this episode, so thanks very much for sticking with us, and we'll see you soon. You've been listening to ModifedRoll, part of the Podderation Network.
Hi there, I'm Hugh from Podderation. If you like today's show, why not check out Dungeons and Dragonfruits, the bizarre, strange, and queer in every sense of the word D&D podcast. Join 5 friends as they laugh, learn, and adventure their way through the weird, wonderful world of Widdershins, where dragons hatch from trees and have adventures of all forms in every shape and size. Available wherever you can get your podcasts.